Everyone in this room talks about geopolitical shifts. We measure them differently. We measure them in visa queues, in broken promises to workers who crossed 3 borders to find out their contract was fiction, in containers stuck between regulations that nobody owns, in families waiting for remittances that never arrive because someone in the chain decided to disappear. Geopolitics is not an abstraction. It is an immigration case that falls through every ministry's mandate. It is a trade deal that collapses between customs and banking compliance. My name is Vladimir. This is Pavel. We work under the coordination of Nina Linde and the Institute of Economics of the Latvian Academy of Sciences. Pavel will explain what we do.
All right. It seems we're a little bit off of the last topic. We want to discuss military. I believe it's an important question, but we're going to discuss a little bit different use case in this scenario. Thank you for having me, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about building ecosystems around various strategic projects what we do right now. So a little bit about us. We are now consultants. We do not write complicated reports about problems. We do not provide policy recommendations that end up sitting in folders. Eclectic is an architecture allowing to build full cycle ecosystems. And when I say full cycle ecosystems, I mean we merge 3 things: countries, ministries, and businesses. This means it allows us to operate from every aspect. And it definitely is an advantage than just operating from business side. So let me come up with a clear problem right now that nobody really wants to speak about. I'm going to speak about Central Asia right now. And let's come up with an example that a citizen of Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, or India, or even China tries to move here to European Union, which is totally fine. Understand it's a great idea. So their journey is going to be, they're going to apply for official services, then they're going to move here, and what's next? That's right, they enter the zone, no institution own the full journey. What it means that everything is working separately. And this is the big problem in the European Union, obviously. So let me make an example. Embassy process the visa, ministry create the work permit, then the employer creates a contract. Everything is disconnected. And but, there is a big but. Who verifies that the contract employer has created is real and being followed? Who verifies that the wages are being paid to that person? And who verifies if this person who they employed from this country won't fall into shadow zone with some shady intermediary and then start making side money off the government? The answer is simple: no one. So actually, there are many cases, and there were many representatives in this room speaking about logistics and many other cases. I'll cover one more, which is cross-border trading, which is obviously quite important in this case. So let me come up with another example. For instance, if the package is arriving from, let's say, Tashkent, it comes through various steps. It comes through banking, it comes through logistics, warehouse, something else, and then the final buyer. And what it means that every time the package comes to us here in European Union, it always starts fresh. Information is getting lost, the parties do not cooperate with each other, something is off, time is off, and then it ends up as a lost deal. This is not because they are not professional or something. It's just because the system that's been operated on the back end as an architecture is not constructed properly. And speaking of that, we are the ones who designed that system. We combined everything into one. So let me cover the first layer of the system that we designed. First of all, it's full cycle support. So full cycle support means that every person we work with has a case file. It tracks their full journey end to end, from pre-departure. When I say pre-departure, I mean legal documents and everything, to very arrival to here. Then we verify housing confirmation, standing verification, and everything that need to be verified with ongoing status checks. Then it's fact-based control. So when it comes to fact-based control, we don't really rely on what owners of the businesses or people say to us. What we rely on is data, because as you know, data never lie. So our system is being designed this way that it evolves. Obviously, we're using AI as well. I'm going to touch on this topic a little bit later. And the system is always looking for deviations from the data. And whenever it spots the deviations that something is off, it will alert us, then will notify the party that their commitments doesn't match the reality. We set the deadlines for the fix, and then we wait till them fix the issue. If you ask me what happens in case they won't fix it, we're gonna escalate through existing funnel that is proven to be working, and it can be even escalated on the embassy level, and when necessary, obviously, not every time. And what it means that embassy at the end will receive real facts that are working, not stories or complaints as they do right now. So another layer is we couldn't survive without multiple layers of protection. We operate from geopolitical, political, economical, when needed, religious perspectives. This allows us to be stable on the market. We don't act as a business, we act from multiple layers of protection. Then, not without an AI, this would be possible. The way we constructed our system is heavily backed with bleeding edge technologies. The technology can evolve, it can learn very fast, it's even scary what it can do. It can analyze the thousands of data points simultaneously across thousands of cases. It can even predict if any case in the future will be problematic or will gonna cause deviation. So by speaking of that, just to summarize and to fit in 10 minutes, I just invite everyone sitting in this room, if you're tired of analyzing any problems, you got strategical project. I've heard someone here said that they can connect military technologies and government. It's what we do. We take strategic projects and make an end-to-end responsibility, not partially. With the Nina Linde and the Latvian Academy of Science, we invite you to reach out to us and we can speak. So the final words I'm going to give to Vladimir.
Over these 2 days, many presentations, excellent analysis, sophisticated frameworks. Most of it will change nothing on the ground. Anyone can write a policy paper, we can show you register entries, documented cases, architecture that is already tracking and reporting. We have analyzed proposals from these forums, many initiatives, many frameworks, still gaps in what is actually needed on the ground. Across these events, one pattern. Implementers exist. Teams that design and build systems from zero, we cannot find them. Theories, yes. Management, yes. Architects, no. Most teams at this forum will tell you they use artificial intelligence. Ask them one question: on what data? If the answer is public datasets and general models, that is a search engine with a label. Our system runs on proprietary operational data that we collect, verify, and structure ourselves. Every signal is tied to a real person, a real employer, a real outcome. On behalf of Nina Linde and the Latvian Academy of Sciences, a fully operational project, not a proposal, a system that is working today. Over a decade of research, live infrastructure. On day one, a man walked into our office and brought 3 more victims of the same scheme. The foundation is built, now it scales. Embassies, institutions, investors. Each new partner adds a node to a network that already works. We have the team, we have the infrastructure. We are ready to take on any strategic project, any level of complexity. We have assembled a team that can design, build, and operate systems that others only write proposals about. What we're looking for is partners who want to build together, not discuss, not analyze, build. Any embassy, any institution here, let us form a working group. Real tasks, real deadlines, real outcomes. That is the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Always.